Good morning and welcome. I'm David Okerson, President of the Unitarian Universalist Church in Reston. Whether you are here in the church sanctuary or on Zoom, we are so glad you are with us this morning. No matter how old or how young you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, however you identify, and whomever you love, know you are welcome here. You are welcome to this place whether you are attending the service in person or online. Congregants who are present in person, let's take a moment to wave hello to our online participants. I have several announcements. You'll be shocked to learn. The most important one concerns next Sunday's service, which will start at 11 rather than 10. Coffee will be served at 10 for those who might accidentally come early. The reason is to be able to show in real time the service from the UU General Assembly up in Baltimore. So I think we will all enjoy seeing that. After the service today, we will have our annual congregation picnic. Steve Ewart and Sterling Paulette have made heroic arrangements and negotiated with the weather gods that there will be no rain. There will be burgers, veggie burgers, and hot dogs, plus a fantastic array of side dishes and desserts. Let's celebrate together. I'm sure everyone remembered to bring their appetite. Join UU's Nationwide for Capitol Hill Advocacy on Tuesday, June 17th. UUSJ and UUSC are leading this advocacy day with Fellowship Monday on June 16th and congressional visits on Tuesday. Together, we'll respond faithfully to human rights and environmental harms while confronting attacks on immigrants and constitutional norms. More information is available in the e-blast. A program filled with nature and environmental activities has been prepared for our young people this summer. This should be fun for the young people and the adults who join them. To make it happen, we need more volunteers. Any Sunday we don't have enough volunteers, older children will stay in the worship service. Please help make the summer program fun and meaningful for the children and add fun to your own summer. Sign up at the large table in the East Foyer today to request a Sunday or to find out more. And I will add one thing. I think you will have all noticed as you came in today, two changes. The facilities, Bruce Anderson in particular, have done amazing work refreshing the woodwork around our church so that it looks much newer. And we have installed the period pantry just on the roadway coming into the parking lot. It is stocked, so hooray for us. Now let us center ourselves for worship. Please take a moment to silence or turn off your electronic devices. Take some deep, quieting breaths with me. Let us enter our time of worship together as we enjoy this morning's service.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Aileen Fitzke, and it's my honor to serve this congregation as its minister. Our opening words this morning are by Reverend Ali Casey Bell, a Juneteenth prayer. We lift, Spirit of life, we lift our hearts and intentions to you. As we commemorate this day of freedom for many, let us not forget the enslaved people in states that fought for the Union, who are still waiting for their freedom on this day. May we remember the atrocities that brought us here. May we honor the courage, fortitude, and strength it took for enslaved Africans to endure those horrors and prevail. We lift up both those who enslaved and those who were enslaved as we, their descendants, seek to reconcile the past, live righteously and freely in our present, and protect our future from repeating these histories of oppression. Amen.
Good morning. Our opening hymn today is number 1035, Freedom is Coming, which is a protest song from the country of South Africa, but this one is in English, which makes it easier for us. So I'm going to show you our part. If you're looking at the teal hymnal, you'll notice this is a part song, normally done a cappella without instruments. So you and I, we're going to be part one, the main lead vocal part, and the choir is up here to provide the beautiful harmonies. So if you see all those notes underneath, don't worry about that. That's for them. We're just going to do the top line together. So just sing it with me if you know it, and if not, we're just going to do it a couple of times so you can catch on. So it's going to go, oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom, freedom is coming. That's the main thing we're going to do. So let's try that again. Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom, freedom is coming. Let's do that again. Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom, freedom is coming. Beautiful. And then we have part two, which goes, oh, yes, I know, oh, yes, I know, oh, yes, I know, freedom is coming. That's part two. Okay, let's try it together. Ready? Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Freedom is coming again. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Awesome. And then we go back to and we're going to go back and forth between those two parts. Each time we do it, we'll do each part twice before we go back and forth. Okay, are you ready? And we're going to hear the beautiful harmonies here. So I think maybe we'll just stay seated for this one. Okay, all right, so here we go. And Henry is going to help us on the djembe. Thank you, Henry. All right, here we go. Oh, freedom, oh, freedom. Freedom is coming. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Freedom is coming. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh,
Our chalice lighting today is by Lorraine Budorf McNeil. Today is Father's Day, a day in which we honor and offer gratitude for our fathers in whatever fashion they come into our lives. Biological fathers, stepfathers, adopted and foster fathers, grandfathers, spiritual fathers, and all the uncles, brothers, and friends who, whether they know it or not, have helped fill the role of father in someone's life. We are shaped by the presence and their absence, by how they choose to act when they abstain, what they say, and when they remain silent. Let us remember today and always the impact of these people have on our lives as individuals and as a community. Let us also remember that this relationship is not one-sided, that we as a community are called to support and empower the fathers in this world. No matter how they came into the roles, and regardless of their relative success or failures, let us rise up their triumphs and let us have grace to forgive them their all too human failures. Let us love our fathers and each other. Come, let us worship together.
Here at UUCR, we have a tradition of singing our covenant together every Sunday morning. Love is the spirit of this church. So we will remain seated to sing our covenant together. But if you are here today for the very first time, we hope you will accept this song as our blessing to you.
Good morning. Now is the time for all ages. So if we have anyone feeling young of body or young of spirit this morning, please come forward. We have some space up here. And welcome, welcome. Yes, come on and join us. You can come on up. And anyone else who'd like to come up is welcome to do so. Does anyone here like holidays? Anyone? Yes? So what day is today? Father's Day. Let's thank all the fathers and father figures right now by saying thank you, fathers, on the count of three, right after I say three. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, fathers. Great. Anyone like 4th of July or the U.S. Independence Day with picnics, parades, and fireworks? Yes? Did you know there is a second Independence Day? It's this Thursday, June 19th, or Juneteenth. Now, why do we celebrate Juneteenth? And I believe we may have a slide. June 19th, 1865 was 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared that all people should be free. It was 2 months after the Civil War, which was supposed to free everyone, all the slaves. But there were people in Texas and other places in the country that were still enslaved. They still had to work without pay, and they had very, very little say in their lives. On June 19th, 1865, a Union general with 2,000 soldiers entered Galveston Bay in Texas and declared that all black enslaved people were free. There was a lot of celebration, don't you think? That would be really good news. And that is counted as the end of slavery to a lot of people. In reality, slavery didn't end until the 13th Amendment at the end of that year, December 1968, officially ended slavery. But in Texas, Juneteenth was very important to black people, and it spread slowly across the country as families moved and took their traditions with them. In early celebrations, there were church services, there were parades like one in Richmond, Virginia, that you'll see, and picnics that included cakes and bright red hibiscus tea. Red was an important color. And I read that it came with Yoruba and Congo people who were brought to Texas in the 1800s. For these people, red could represent power, sacrifice, and transformation. Now, in modern celebrations, there's red food like barbecue, strawberry soda, watermelon, which I really like, and red velvet cake. In addition to picnics and cookouts and parades, there are festivals and rallies, speeches, reading of the Emancipation Proclamation, music, dancing, games, and in some parts of the country, rodeos with horse riding and maybe roping steer. So it's a fun time. And Texas recognized Juneteenth as a permanent state holiday in 1980, but many people wanted it to be a federal holiday across the country. And one of these people was Opal Lee. Opal Lee is called the grandmother of Juneteenth. Can you imagine a grandmother of a holiday? Yes, and that's her picture. In, 2016, she was 89 years old, and she walked from her home in Fort Worth, Texas, to Washington, D.C., halfway across the country to raise awareness for Juneteenth and try to get it made a federal holiday. She walked 2.5 miles in the morning and 2.5 miles in the evening or afternoon in memory of the 2.5 years between the Emancipation Proclamation and when the slaves in Texas were freed. She continued to walk 2.5 miles every Juneteenth, and she gathered lots of signatures, and people joined her. And finally, in 2021, the Juneteenth National Independence Day became a federal holiday, and Opal Lee was there to see the act being signed by the president. She continues to walk those 2.5 miles still to raise awareness. Now, you probably realize that Juneteenth is not just a day to get off from work or whatever you're doing. It is a time to celebrate. For people who have ancestors who were enslaved, it's time to remember them. But for all of us, we can celebrate the land of the free here in the U.S., where all people have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we can remember the difficult history of our country and the people, both white and black, who were resilient and fought slavery and for freedoms. And this is something that Opal Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth, said. I believe that Juneteenth can be a unifier because it recognizes that slaves didn't free themselves and that they had help. From Quakers along the Underground Railroad, abolitionists, both black and white, like Frederick Douglass and William Lloyd Garrison, soldiers, and many others who gave their lives for the freedom of the enslaved. And that's the end of her words. But I hope that you will remember this and celebrate Juneteenth. Eat a red food. Learn more about the history of Juneteenth and our country. And consider walking 2.5 miles along with Opal Lee and all the people who will accompany them from wherever they are. Happy Juneteenth. And we will now sing the children out with Go With Joy, which will be projected here and in your orders of service.
This morning, we get to celebrate something fun. It's our new member welcoming ceremony because we are welcoming 14 new members this morning. It is now our great pleasure as a congregation to officially welcome our new members. Kathy, can you come join me? Grab that mic, yeah. Yeah.
Is this working? Yes. Okay. One of the most important and joyous rituals in the life of any congregation is that of welcoming its newest members. This morning, it's our privilege and joy to welcome into our midst those who have joined our church over recent months. This is everyone who's joined since January. First, let me introduce the new members who are able to be with us in person this morning, and as I call out your name, please come forward. Tanya and Ryan Kroon. Fran and John Levis. Yeah, just stand along here. Juliana Wright. Sabrina Woodleaf. Diane Scott. Patton George. Sarah Lott. Steve Frith and Claire Thurston. And Melissa and Erica Vogel. And your son can come up too. Yeah. And, yes, Marcus. And Nicola Mooring couldn't be here today. I think she's in France. So.
Oh, thank God. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
Dear friends, by becoming members of this congregation, you become part of a community of people who know that we have a collective and personal responsibility to do what we can to make this world better, more just, and more humane. Will you walk with us as we strive to live by our religious principles, serve humanity and the wider world, and become as fully human as we can, growing in the ways of gentleness, wisdom, compassion, and understanding? If so, please say, I will. So be it. Together the words of acceptance which I have handed to you.
We accept membership in this Unitarian Universalist congregation, trusting that this commitment will enrich both ourselves and others. We aspire to lend ourselves both to the work of this religious community and to its many celebrations of what it means to be human. May the strands of caring and connection between all of us be strengthened day by day, year by year, so that here, together, we build true and nurturing religious community.
Okay. Will the members and friends of UUCR please rise as they are able and join me in welcoming our new members? And you'll see a welcoming words up on the screen. Oh, there we go. All right, good. So we will say together,
We rejoice when new members express the desire to walk with us in our quest for community, justice, decency, and love. We are encouraged by your presence and strengthened by your contribution to our diversity. We accept our responsibility to help you feel safe, nurtured, and included in this free and open congregation.
can you all join me in saying welcome?
On behalf of the board of UUCR, I welcome you into membership and full participation in this religious community. I invite you to make your membership meaningful by sharing with us your special talents and your time, knowing that often what we receive depends on how much of ourselves we have chosen to invest. We are an active and busy congregation. Please know that you are welcome in each and every part of it. We need your gifts and talents if our congregation is to be all that it can be. Welcome.
Now is the time in our service when we share our joys and concerns. so no one ever has to hold them alone. If you're joining us remotely this morning, you may wish to light a real or virtual candle wherever you are to mark what is in your heart. As members of the in-person congregation, place stones in the water here in the sanctuary. If those of you at home would like to share what is on your heart today, please write in the congregational chat on the screen. Write to all attendees, and please remember what you write will be public. Those at home may then read others' joys and concerns shared in the chat and enter into your own time of reflection and prayer. As we in the in-person congregation place our stones in the water here in the sanctuary, as we listen to Diane play our meditation music. So I invite all those in the congregation to please come forward if you would like to place stones in the water. Let us be one in prayer and meditation. Spirit of life and love that so faithfully animates our creation, we are grateful for this community in times of both joy and sorrow. We hold in our hearts this morning all who are facing any hardship or difficulty, those who are grieving or facing illness or injury in themselves, their friends, or their loved ones. This morning in particular, for those of you who knew her, Yvonne Driggers passed away early this morning. And also for the 2 Democratic state lawmakers in Minnesota who were shot early Saturday morning. Former House Speaker, State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were killed, and Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette Hoffman, who are recovering in a Minnesota hospital. For them, we light this candle. Let us take a moment of silence.
As a self-funded church, UU Reston relies on the generosity of its members and friends to fund daily operations and to ensure that the church and its resources are here for us and others, now and in the future. Pledges support our worship and music programs, our religious education program, programs for members and friends, community and outreach, and connections to Unitarian Universalism. We now invite you to support the work of UU Reston by making your donation to the collection plate if you are here in the sanctuary, or at the link on the slide and in the chat box. Thank you for your generosity and support of our beloved spiritual home.
I'll sing of the joy that fills my heart when freedom rings.
June is a month for celebrations. A couple of weeks ago, we celebrated Pride at Reston Pride Festival. It was a day filled with music and drag performances and all-around goodwill. We celebrate milestones. Graduations abound this time of year, people rejoicing in an academic job well done, and a little relief before embarking on the next phase of life. The summer solstice, the longest day of the year, brings out people for summer bonfires and reveling. Today, we celebrate Father's Day. The history of Father's Day is really fascinating because it began as a very ambivalent holiday. First introduced in 1908 in West Virginia, and then again in Spokane, Washington in 1909, it was assigned to the third Sunday in June by Spokane's Ministers Association because they said ministers needed a few weeks after Mother's Day in order to prepare adequate sermons for a Father's Day sermon. While being celebrated for several years locally in Spokane, it soon fizzled out. Woodrow Wilson did not get enough support in 1913 to make it an official holiday, and Calvin Coolidge, again 8 years later, could not get enough support for it. Why? Mother's Day had, on the other hand, been officially recognized in 1914. One historian noted was that people scoffed at the idea of the holiday's sentimental attempts to domesticate manliness with flowers and gift-giving. Or they derided the proliferation of such holidays as a commercial gimmick to sell more products, often paid for by Father himself. Ironically enough, it was the men's clothing manufacturing industry during the Depression that initially helped the holiday get a footing, as they were trying to get people to spend even what little they had on practical wear for Dad in the form of ties and socks. World War II further cemented honoring fathers, especially those going off to fight. Even then, it took till 1972 for it to become an official national holiday, and is now officially observed on the third Sunday in June. And this week, as Linda introduced to us, this week we have Juneteenth, made officially a federal holiday in 2021. While to many of us this holiday and its attendant celebration seems new, it is one of the longest continuously celebrated holidays in the country. It marks June 19th, 1865, the day that the last enslaved people in the United States were informed of their freedom. While the Emancipation Proclamation of Abraham Lincoln decreed that all enslaved people were freed on January 1st, 1863, it only went into effect in Union-controlled Confederate states. It was not until the end of the Civil War in April 1865 that the rest of the Confederacy was made to free the remaining enslaved people. But in Texas, freedom for enslaved people did not come until 2 months later, on June 19th, 1865, when around 2,000 federal troops led by General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, the largest city in Texas at that time, and disseminated what was known as General Order No. 3. It read, in part, "The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves were free. This involves the absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves." The first Juneteenth celebration was celebrated on June 19th, 1866. It became, for formerly enslaved people, a second Independence Day, as Linda alluded to in our Time for All Ages. The first one had not included enslaved people in its call for freedom and independence. At first only celebrated in Texas, It later spread all around the country. African-American historian Annette Gordon-Reed writes, "The sense of promise spread across the state. Black Texans were determined, despite the early intimidating anger of whites, to celebrate what was initially called Emancipation Day. Most of the first celebrations were in churches. Later, in larger towns, the celebrations migrated to public spaces, though some sort of religious observance might also be included in the program. In 1872, 4 black men, Richard Allen, Richard Brock, Elias Dibble, and Jack Yates, pooled their resources and raised money to buy land in the city of Houston for the express purpose of celebrating the holiday, creating Emancipation Park, one of the oldest parks in Texas." Gordon Lee also writes about her memories of the celebration of the holiday when she was a child in 1960s Texas. "We children celebrated with the fireworks my grandfather bought, setting off firecrackers and sparklers well into the night. The traditional Juneteenth menu, in addition to usual Southern-style cuisine, included red soda water and barbecued goat. It was a day of excess for me and my friends on the soda waterfront because soda was not part of our daily experience. It was a treat." Frank Solomone wrote, "Festivals, therefore, are part of the world of play, imagination, and creativity. They can be threatening to those people who control the levers of power because they suggest that there is also an anti-structure to mark any formal structure, that the world as it is can be replaced by a world that is yet to be." As Linda told us in her story this morning, people fought for freedom of all to be recognized as more than an aspiration. We remember Opal Lee, who worked so hard to make sure that Juneteenth got the recognition it deserved as a federal holiday. And I will repeat her words here. "I believe Juneteenth can be a unifier because it recognizes that slaves didn't free themselves and that they had help. From Quakers along the Underground Railroad, abolitionists, both black and white, like Frederick Douglass and William Lloyd Garrison, soldiers and many others who gave their lives for the freedom of the enslaved." Because ultimately, festivals like Pride, graduations, Father's Day, Juneteenth are acts of community memory and cohesion, enabling people to celebrate what holds them together and what values and traditions they hold dear. Amen, and blessed be.
Our closing hymn is number 1018 in your teal hymnal. Come and go with me to that land. I bet by the time we get to the third verse, you can put the paper down and use your hands to clap along, and I'll be calling out the words as we go, so no worries about that. Oops. Sorry, technical issues. And I'm going to grab my tambourine. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing, "Come and go with me to that land." Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where our come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. There'll be freedom. There'll be freedom in that land.
benediction this morning, wasn't that fun? Our benediction this morning is by Reverend John Lou Johnstone. When we can truly celebrate the diversity of contributions and talents offered by all people, we shall overcome hatred and prejudice and oppression. When we can truly extend our hands to one another in loving acceptance, we shall overcome the past that haunts us now. Living in peace and freedom, we shall overcome the wrongs that happened and the debts left unpaid. Let us join together in that commitment to overcome. Let us say together, Amen.
And now we extinguish this flame. But not the light of hope and truth, the warmth of community, nor the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
coming this morning, both in person and online. And as you all know, the church picnic is right after, so I need help stacking chairs, rolling them to the side, and pulling tables out so that we can eat in here, because it looks like it's a little rainy outside. And I also want to thank all those who went out yesterday for the protests. There was protests all over the place, and all of you, a lot of you were part of those, so thank you. Thank you for doing that. And have a lovely rest of your day.
Say one thing. Today was the last day that the choir is singing until we resume in the fall. And as such, I want to give a special thank you to our music director and our accompanist. Thank you so much for all the music you've given this year, the handbells, the choir, and everything. And I have flowers for both of you. Thank you so much.